Hi everyone, it's Monica, and welcome back to Tailor-Made Cards for You. Now, in keeping of the theme of the series, I am using the bag that I showed you earlier as my inspiration for my creations. But instead of creating a card today, we're going to create a postcard. I picked up these postcard cards at my local Hobby Lobby shop, and I thought they would be fun to create with. So the design I decided to use on these postcards is that of an old airmail envelope. I had some airmail envelopes that I actually picked up at a local antique shop, so I did have somewhat of a pattern to follow. So to begin, I am using one of my craft mats and I'm pulling out a couple of distress inks. The colors that I'm using are Vintage Photo and Antique Linen. Now I wanted my postcard to look aged, so I am using the Antique Linen and the Stencil to give the postcard some wrinkles. And then I'm going to come in with my Vintage Photo to add some brown tones to help it look a little bit more aged. Now the stamp set that I'm going to be using today is from Stampers Anonymous, and it's the Correspondence stamp set. And this is probably one of my favorite stamp sets. I actually love the entire Correspondence line, from its paper to its fabric. And that's why I decided to carry those cute little pouches in my Etsy shop, because it is one of my favorite designs. If you are interested in picking up one of those bags, I do have a link to my Etsy shop in the notes, so feel free to check those out. So if you've ever seen an old airmail envelope, you know that it has a border of red and blue. So I'm taking these red and blue ink tabs, and I'm carefully adding the red and the blue alternately to create my red and blue stripe. And I'm going to do this on all four sides of the postcard. So once I finished with my border, I did come in with some of the other stamps that are part of this Correspondence set. This stamp set has all sorts of little stamps, and there are several that would work great for this postcard decoration. If you notice, the bag that I displayed in the very first part of the video had that airplane, so I wanted to go ahead and use that as my focal point and then work around that. Now for the airplane postage stamp, I am using the Worn Lipstick Distress Oxide ink because I really like the way that it comes out muted. I could have used the red pad that I used for the border and it would have been a little bit more vibrant, but I did decide to go with the oxide. Now, as you saw, I did use the Tim Holtz stamping platform for the first 3 stamps, and that really was because of that blue stamp. As you see, it has a real dark background, and I needed a couple of stamps to make sure I got it completely covered, and that was the main reason why I used the stamp platform. Once I finished with those 3 stamps, I went ahead and removed my postcard and pulled out some acrylic blocks to finish up the card. So once I finished adding a few of these red postmarks, my postcard for the most part was complete. I think this postcard is my favorite so far in my series, but let me know what you think. Now don't forget, at the end of the series I will be having a drawing for some prizes, so if you're interested in being entered into this drawing, make sure you have subscribed to my channel and you've left me a comment on all of my Wednesday videos. I know I've had several videos this month, but in order to be entered into the drawing, you only have to leave some comments on those Wednesday videos. Also, don't forget to check out my blog, Tailor-Made Cards for You, because I am currently holding a link-up party where you can win all sorts of prizes as well. So once I was finished stamping, I went ahead and removed my post-it notes, and as you can see, the back of my postcard was perfect. Alright everyone, hope you've enjoyed the video, and we'll see you again next time.